people's eyes. See tears that flow like rivers from the skies, and where it seems there are only borderlines, where others turn and sigh, you shall rise. You shall rise. There's disaster in your past, boundaries in your path. What do you desire?
There are not enough schools for children in Africa. In sub-Saharan Africa alone, 45 million children do not go to school. Almost half of all out-of-school girls in the world live in Africa.
You don't have to be extraordinary, just forgiving those who never heard your cries. You shall rise. You shall rise. And look toward the skies. Where others fail, you'll prevail in time. You shall rise.
The Community Outreach Liaison for Council Member Helen Diane Foster. She represents District 16 in the Bronx. As a community outreach liaison, one of my roles here in the office is working with diverse community groups. One that you're familiar with is the African and Muslim Community Council. And basically it's a network of community members and organizations that come together monthly to discuss issues that are facing the growing African population here in the Bronx, and how we can all be contributors to the needs that we feel we have in the community, to the issues. And we have had individuals who are of African descent, but we've also had individuals who are not, and they're just interested in participating in a discussion, educating themselves, becoming aware of the environment and the community that they live in. And when they do attend, they're similarly able to bond with us and contribute and suggest ideas as to how we can forge a partnership and address these issues. This office has provided a huge resource to the community as far as educating ourselves on what the city has to offer the community, and how our leaders are there to support us, and in what ways.
See the nation through the people's eyes. See tears that flow like rivers from the skies, and where it seems there are only borderlines, where others turn and sigh, you shall rise. You shall rise.
My name is Amelia Johnson. I am 20 years old. Right now, I'm a student. I don't work. Originally, I'm from Ghana.
When did you
I'm born and raised in Ghana.
You may never know if you never know. You shall rise. You shall rise. You shall rise. Sooner or later we must try living.
I'm 16. I'm a student. To me, education is something that without it, you won't have a future. Because there's a lot of people who don't have education and they don't have a better future, but there's some people who have education and don't have a chance to get the jobs they want. So education to me will help me and benefit me in the future.
Oh.
I'm learning biology. It's my second year in biology. Spanish.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm learning calculus, pre-calculus actually.
Do you
Before we branch out into the community anyways, we have to figure out how to make ourselves better. So we have discussions on that, ourselves and also helping the community.
What is your name?
Fatima.
What's your name?
Fatima.
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 Ma.
Ma.
Fatima.
Fatima.
How old are you?
5.
Do you like going to school?
Yes.
Why?
Because my teacher learned me a lot of stuff in school. Math. And she learned me how to do fish stuffs, and she learned me how to do collection of sticks, and she learned me how to talk in English.
What would you do if you couldn't go to school?
I would cry.
Why? Why would you cry?
Because the school was closed before, and that's why I was crying.
Really? Do you like going to school?
Yes.
Why do you like going to school?
Because school is my favorite to learn, school is my favorite to play, and school is my favorite to eat.
To eat?
Yeah, they have a cafeteria. They have a cafeteria downstairs and lunch. That's why.
We're still facing a lot of the same issues we were facing, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. There is much improvement, don't get me wrong. Much progress has been made back home, better educational systems, better schools. But again, so many do not have access to this, and it has to do with affordability.
See the nation through the people's eyes. See tears that flow like rivers from the skies, and where it seems there are only borderlines, where others turn inside, you shall rise. You shall rise. You shall rise. You shall rise. You may never know. You may know. 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 Sooner or later we must try living.
The number one thing that you need to understand is you need to learn the system, and then you can fight for yourself and obtain what you need within the system. But if you don't understand how things work, everything you're fighting for, you won't ever see some kind of gain or outcome because you're fighting in the wrong way. So understanding the principles that govern our livelihood, our daily lives, is the primary starting point.
If education was taken away from me, it would not feel good, because at this day and age, you need your education in order to move forward. So if it was taken away from me, I think I might probably cry.
Why?
Cry, anger, confusion, mostly anger though.
See the nation through the people's eyes. See tears that flow like rivers from the skies.
A lot of feelings go in my head. It's not good to hear, to see, or to know, in the sense that I have the opportunity here while others don't. So there's this, sometimes there's this guilt feeling because you're from back home, of you get the opportunity and others are not getting the opportunity. So it does not feel that good to know that people back home are not getting that education.
You can't say I'm gonna start getting an education when I'm 20. When you didn't start when you were little, you didn't know the basic skills of how to do the math or how to do the reading. You have to start somewhere, and that's ground level.
Oh.
My recent trip back home, one of my aunts kept playing with my cell phone. And here I am, I'm getting annoyed because I'm thinking to myself, what is up with this lady? Why is she always going through my phone? And one of my friends who was with us, said to me, I was complaining to my friend that she keeps going through my phone, and my friend says to me, I don't think she can read. And this is literally, I think, January of this year. And I felt kind of not so much disconnected to the realities of the lack of education back home, but it just dawned on me that it is a reality and is very realistic even here and now, present day. Whereas my parents tell me stories of when they were children, how they only went up to a certain grade because they couldn't afford it.
Why is it that some countries have educations, some students don't take it serious, and education is not provided to students that are in other countries and can't get it because their government is not good and their government may need help, and without that help, the children would just be on the streets with no jobs, just no education, just home doing nothing. And everybody deserves an education.
Absolutely, whatever it is that you're looking to pursue. It's parallel to the educational system, right? You start in kindergarten and you're learning basic tools that you need: read, write, speak, socialize. As you get older, you build on that, and as you continue to get older, you find specialties that you want to focus on, and you fight for your goals and your ambitions. It's all the same. When you pick a major in college, right, you're choosing to learn about something. So similarly, if you want to fight for your community, you have to learn how do you do that, and that starts with 1, by being involved, 2, by participating in whatever large initiatives the group that you work with are involved in, and 3, while you're at it, not keeping that knowledge to yourself. You have to bring as many people as possible into it, so that the larger the movement becomes, the more of a response you can get.
Where it seems there are only borderlines, where others turn inside, you shall rise. You shall rise. There's disaster in your past, boundaries in your past.
excellent that we're so focused on educating our youth, not only here in America, because naturally our families migrated here for better opportunities. I think it's excellent that we're concerned with where we come from, because all of us sitting here right now are products of our history, you know, our parents' histories, those who weren't able to afford education and now have sacrificed so much to come to this country, start all over, and give us that opportunity. So I think it's very important that the youth who do have the opportunity to go to school, to make something out of themselves, utilize it. Don't let it go to waste, because other people, one, can't even have that opportunity, and our parents and people before us gave up so much so that we could have this opportunity. So let it be the best outcome for the investment that has been made for us. I do understand how important it is to have an education, because you cannot contribute on any kind of topic if you're not educated about it. So education plays a key role in you being able to function as a professional, as a contributing member of society, as an individual. You know, education plays such a large role in self-development, larger than I think we realize. So setting aside the fact that God has a bigger plan for us, irregardless, we're born into whatever destiny is meant for us. Education does play a huge role in how you function in life.
They should have hope, because everything changes in the future. They should have hope and keep fighting and keep trying to get into the government and try to get people, even if they're not connected, at least like start a protest or petition, something, to get the government to look at them and be like, okay, these kids deserve education. They don't need it, but they deserve it. Yeah. School is like something that, like I said before, will help you in the future to get a better job and to get into a good college and become a better person in future.
You shall rise.
I will cry if I don't go to school to get education, because I learn a lot of stuff in school. When I get older, I'm gonna get a job.
Everybody deserves education, even I do.
This is a good, I guess, outlet towards change and improvement.
Yes, thank you.
The ambassadorship, I just think that it's excellent that you first attended, you know, the list that I gave you a few minutes ago. You attended an event, you know, you followed up on it. You're here to pursue it further for yourself and for others through this piece that you're creating. This is how we build better communities. So you are a living example of exactly what we do here in the community by organizing ourselves and trying to enrich the youth, but the youth have to make an effort themselves. And so you are an example of that. So
Together we can build more schools and equip them sufficiently. Let us together help raise the next generation of educated African leaders.